talking maybe 2-3 units split amongst these 4 guys. It is a little more exciting. You are betting on these long shots, but they're not going to make you rich. And before I give you those 4 names, I wanted to go through my process a little bit. And, Dan, I did we can throw this up here. These are some of the top guys. So the top 10, JJ McCarthy and up, are actually the top 10 guys currently on DraftKings through the odds. Little sneak peek there at a name that I'm going to give you there. And the bottom 4 guys are the top odds at the non-quarterback positions. But, I looked through this list and I really started looking at the situation. Are these guys going to be the starters? And at this early point, it's hard for me to bet, when you got 2 players at the same position on the same team in these DraftKings odds. There's 8 disputed, as I call them, positions. There's 3 Alabama quarterbacks in the odds, 2 Georgia quarterbacks, 2 Ohio State quarterbacks, 2 LSU, Texas, UCLA, Washington quarterbacks, and 2 Michigan running backs. So DraftKings and Vegas don't even know exactly who's going to be starting for these teams. So why at this point would I be putting my money on them? If I could bet on LSU or Texas's quarterback to win the Heisman, I would be doing that. But you can't. So obviously that's not the way we look. Supporting staff, my dad gave you a good breakdown on that, so I won't really dive too deep into it. But returning wide receivers, returning starters is huge here, I think, because it's also about who you have around you. And then I looked at strength of schedule and I looked at last year's production. And I do think that Heisman is one that you're looking for the long shot and you're looking to make some money. So, the one that really stood out to me, even before I ordered these odds, was who you see over there in those italics, because he wasn't in that top 10, is Joe Milton. Because you look at Tennessee last year, and I looked at 2022 numbers, stats, and I know Milton wasn't the starter. We saw Hendon Hooker get drafted. We saw Jalen Hyatt get drafted. But hey, a 10-0 touchdown to interception ratio in any amount of time in the SEC is impressive to me. You saw him in a limited amount of experience, but in a game or two that actually mattered, threw 10 touchdowns to 0 interceptions there. So I really do like Milton here as a potential long shot, but I think that those 2 Pac-12 guys in the top 10 at quarterback, funny enough, similar last names, Penix and Nix, are 2 explosive options to be looking at. They have 2 of the best wide receiver cores in the conference and in the country. And if you want to look at, who is more of a favorite at this point, I do think Travis there for Florida State is somebody to keep an eye on. And LSU obviously is in consideration once they officially announce a starting quarterback. So, Travis would be my 4th. Milton's my long shot, but I do like those 2 Pac-12 guys too. Penix and Nix would be the 4 names that I would throw out for you guys, Heisman long shot.